So this is USDCAD analysis for Monday the 12th of March. Now, let's just have a look at where prices may likely go. So previously we had prices coming towards this 130. 130 provided resistance. We did see sell side momentum take us down towards this 2862, from which we did see bullish buy side momentum take us up to the very next major level of 2944. We've had a brief consolidation, brief pullback towards the 129 before seeing a test of that 130 level. Now, from the last video, we were saying that this 130 did prove to problematic resistance, and as we did post this lower high here at the 129.44, we could potentially see further sell side momentum, and that's pretty much what we saw. So the resistance, as it did hold, and we did form a lower high in around the key level of the 29.44. We did see prices head down towards that 129, brief consolidation before we did break down beneath the 200 period moving average. Had prices trade below this 28.39. Let's just see where our lows were. I don't think we quite got down to the 129 level. We got down to, well, 128, sorry. We got down to 128.03, which is close enough. We're coming out towards 128.03. We do appear to be forming a bit of a base here. As we can see, we've had a series of smaller candles, somewhat consolidating. So there is a potential for a higher low, for a retest of the 28.39. Successful break from which we're looking for price head up towards this 128.62, which is pretty much this low over here. If we do break above that, we are looking to see our prices react towards the 200 period moving average. Did a brief reaction before we did have this somewhat a bit of a news event here. If we do break from the 200 period moving average, we're looking for a test of the 129 level. Successful break from which 29.44, our most recent swing high, in around our most recent swing high. Our most recent swing high is slightly above that, slightly above the 129.50 or so. And if we are able to hold on to the 129.44, we are looking for prices to head back up towards that 130. If, however, we do break down from where we are at present, or the 128.39, we are looking for prices down towards that 127.78, our very next major level marked out here in red. Successful break from which we're looking at the 27.56 level. So 27.78, 27.56. 27.56, we do have the added confluence of the 400 period moving average, thus increasing likelihood of potentially seeing buy side momentum come back into the market for retest of 27.78 and possibly even the 28.39. But if we do break down from this 127.56, we are looking for prices to head down towards that 127 level. Successful break from which we're looking for prices to head down towards that 126.70, which I'd expect to be the far end of the range here on the US dollar CAD. Now, let's just have a look at the higher time frames. And on the US dollar CAD. So if we head over to the, sorry, not the month, the daily, we head over to the monthly first. Over to the monthly chart we go. We'll hide our drawings here. So on this monthly chart, we can see we're a bit of a consolidation here. So we've got our highs here. We posted a low. We posted a lower high. Then we posted a lower low. So the price, bit of a channel developing. I wouldn't even say it's a channel. It's a bit too steep to be a channel. So we did seem to be appearing to head downwards. A series of lower highs, lower lows. But we've come in towards this 120 level. We do seem to have found support in around there. Had to move upwards. Brief pullback. Did not retest these lows, importantly enough. We've had this bullish candle from February. And we've had a move up towards a 20 period moving average, from which we do seem to be seeing some sell side momentum. So the 20 period moving average here on the monthly time frame is sitting at the 130. Further adding to the confluence of the psychological level of the 130 level as well. And we have seen the sell side momentum coming off the 130. Now, let's just have a look at the weekly time frame. So over to the weekly time frame we go, and you can see here there's our most recent swing. So we've had a sell-off down towards the 120, had a brief move upwards, consolidation at 129, broken down from there, posted a higher low. So we've got a low here, we've got a higher low there, and we do seem poised for further upside continuation, and that's pretty much what we saw. We broke above the the 200 period moving average. We've come in towards the 130 where we did have the confluence of the 20 period moving average on the monthly time frame. We post a bit of a pin bar here, so we'll see whether we just simply go into a bit of a consolidation before posting the next leg up for the US dollar CAD. In that sense, we would have our lows, higher low, potentially a higher low again for further upside continuation. We are operating in shadow of this fairly, I wouldn't say it's particularly large. We've got this bullish candle here, so as long as the lows of this bullish candle from last week remains intact, I suppose we do seem poised for further upside continuation. If, however, the lows are tested in around the 200 period moving average, we'll see whether we do get a bullish buy side reaction off there for further upside continuation, or whether we do break down to head towards our most recent swing low here on the weekly time frame. Now we head over to the daily chart before wrapping up here, and over to the daily chart, we can see on the daily chart we do have the 400 period moving average sitting at the 130 level. That's pretty much the level that we came up to. Had a brief consolidation. We do appear to be breaking out a lot more than I thought we would, but we have broken down beneath this 129 and we're all the way down towards the 128. So we'll see how prices develop from here, whether we do see a pullback or we do see further sell side continuation. If we do see a sell side continuation, we'll see how prices react essentially around this other than the levels I've previously identified. In around the 127 we do have the 200 period moving average, as well as we did have this consolidation there as well. So pull back there for a retest in these highs here in around the 130. Now with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar CAD analysis. Thanks for watching.